plant samples. I think the first one's in the year that I started. Pat Delgado sent the first plant samples to Dr. Levengood, the biophysicist here in Michigan.
Can you tell me a little bit about Levengood?
He had been at the University of Michigan as a research scientist. Then he went into industry and for a good many years worked in industry. Then, as soon as he could, I think, he built his own lab at home because he has lots of personal interests that he wanted to pursue. And he and Pat made these arrangements to get some samples sent to him. He wanted to see what he could see in the plants. And so we started testing crop circles all over the world. By now, I think at least 350, maybe it's 400, that we have sampled in 8 different countries, 8 or 9 now, including Australia, Israel, Canada, the United States, Germany, the Netherlands, England. We've done multiple circles in multiple different crops over 10 years. And what Levengood documented beautifully were the basic changes in the plants that, in his opinion, were not caused by fungus, were not caused by pesticides, were not caused by unusual fertilizer application, were not wind or weather damage, caused by something else.
Good, yeah. So, just so impressive and so wonderful. And we have more clips, so we're going to be showing you all some wonderful clips very shortly to continue our conversation here with William Gazecki. Let's talk about the luminosities. I call them the luminosities, or the balls of light phenomena. You know, I saw a little video clip when Michael Glickman was here. He was here with Patricia Murphy, and they showed this clip that a student had taken.
Right.
A rainy morning, you know, he was in his tent with his camera ready to go, and he shot in 3 seconds this incredible crop circle, and it shows the crop circle coming into formation.
Right.
And you see these balls of light that are crossing over the field. Share with us.
Well, the balls of light, which is what they're called now, some people call them luminosities. There's a new term, orbs, which is referring to another kind of light phenomena that people are beginning to see more. But around the crop circle phenomena, there is this light phenomena, which people refer to as balls of light, and they look like round spheres of luminous, glowing something. Nobody really knows what they are. And they don't just float, they are navigated. They're
like remotes.
We kind of, yeah. I mean, I really hesitate to assign any kind of overlay on it, because we're so influenced by TV and movies and stuff like that, and science fiction films, that I don't know what they are. But they are luminous. They appear in the daytime and at night. They appear in the vicinity of the formations, either before they occur or after they occur. And they seem to have some function. They seem to have something to do with the making of the formations. It's not really clear exactly what they're for. It's always exciting when somebody sees one. It's sort of a sign, I suppose. And they have some peculiar characteristics in terms of, like when they go far away, when they travel away from someone, they don't necessarily get smaller in size. They stay the same size.
Really?
Right. Things like that. They're perceptual oddities.
Wow.
That are hard to explain. And they seem to vary in size as well. Charlie Mallett has a story of a ball of light appearing, and Charlie was the man in the first clip that we saw in the big formation, of a ball of light appearing probably 10 feet away from his head at night.
Wow. When
he was by himself in a formation, because a lot of people sleep in the formation sometimes. They like to see what it feels like. And a ball of light appeared, and it was sort of an orange. People described them as looking like the embers of a fire. And it just sat there, and he didn't have any, like what you would do in the movies, they would have, the character have some sort of mental telepathic experience, and Charlie didn't have any particular telepathic experience. It wasn't any sort of real epiphanous experience for him, but it definitely changed his life. I mean, it completely shifted his consciousness.
Really?
And the interesting thing about the crop
So
circle,
as far as waking up maybe to
I think
spiritual awakening, or?
well, yeah, I think it was what Charlie needed to set him firmly on his own path. And I think the way that the phenomena seems to work is people seem to be pushed as much as they need to just comfortably shift. If people need a more dramatic experience, and I think Charlie may have, he had a very dramatic one. Other people have subtler experiences, things that are more personal to them. And
I remember seeing a clip of Polly Carson, the farmer,
yeah,
saying that she was in her kitchen. Apparently there were a group of people in
That's
somebody's
right.
kitchen, and the luminosity went right through
yeah,
the window, right
that's
through the
right.
kitchen.
I've heard that
sailing,
story.
yeah.
Yes, I heard her tell that story.
She's pretty convincing in on your film.
She's wonderful.
Yeah, she's
You know,
like,
she's a farmer who has been farming that land for 20 years, and she's not terribly sensitive. She'll say that, you know, I'm as sensitive as a brick. So that's not that's not where she you know, gravitates towards is the sensitivity. She's more interested in how it affects her farm and the people
Right.
and the community around it, and you know, she's a real rock solid member of that community, and where her farm is located in one of the oldest places of habitation in all of Europe.
So before we look at the other clip, why is it, do you think, that England is primarily the place where these formations are centered?
Well, there's a number of theories about that, and I
Is it
think
because of the sacred sites there? And
well, yeah, there's an inordinate amount of ancient sacred sites in southern England. I mean, there's more than, I mean, there's Stonehenge and there's some other significant stone formations, but there's also tons of stuff where people are just down the middle of people's farms. I mean, there's all sorts of mounds and tumuli and little stone circles. I mean, there was something that went on there a long time ago.
Like the Druids or the whole Avalon.
Pre-Christian history,
Right.
pre-Roman, going way back, a good 6, 8, 10,000 years. So it clearly has a long history of some sort of sacred activity. And most people think that it's somehow related to what happened there in the past. Yeah.
That would make total sense. Okay, so shall we look at a couple more
Sure.
clips here? Great. So we're going to have a few more clips here of the crop circles.